let us go ahead and take a brief moment and settle into this space for this glorious Sunday morning here at Unity in the Olympics. And if you would, take a couple deep breaths and let's pray into this moment. Wonderful Creator of the universe, we are so blessed. We are so blessed to be in that connection with you in this now moment as we come together and support one another through that energy that connects all things. We are so grateful that we have as the essence of ourselves that which is you. And you allow us to name it and call it forward, all the great gifts that you provide for us. And we bring them in as those attributes of us. We are so blessed to be that peace, which is you. That love, which is you. That joy, that comfort, that health, that well-being. We are grateful. We accept it as the divine nature of who we are, as we affirm the truth that you are in all things. So we say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, sweet Spirit, for being with us today. As so it is. So welcome. Welcome to Unity in the Olympics. My name is Tim West, and I am your worship assistant and prayer chaplain for today. If you would, please join me in blessing our children all throughout the universe, and say with us our children's blessing. Children, we love you. We bless you. We truly appreciate you just the way you are, and we behold the Christ in you. On behalf of Unity in the Olympics, let's slow down a little bit. On behalf of Unity in the Olympics, located in Port Angeles, Washington, I welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. And you can see I'm excited. I'm like a little kid today, because we're going to be having our white stone ceremony in just a little bit. So before we get all started, I'd like to make sure that everybody has, before we get into the main part of the service today, a white stone and something to write on their stone with. Right now, at this moment, our building is closed to gatherings, but our hearts and minds are ever open to share the love and light with you. We welcome you wherever you are, and we thank you for joining us today for this very special virtual service on Facebook and on YouTube. So as we begin our service today, we traditionally start out while we're collected together with our declaration of faith. The declaration of faith is the truth of our being and knowing, and let us recite it together, the fundamental principles of the unity movement as well as unity in the Olympics. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. Now let's allow that to soak in, past that surface level consciousness into that deep, deep, deep subconscious and superconscious as we hold space for just a moment before we say it once again together. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. Today's daily word is togetherness. The affirmation for today is I share God's love, peace, and joy. The Daily Word is a bi-monthly publication of Unity Worldwide Ministries in Unity Village, Missouri. With subscribers from around the world, the Daily Word contains heart-centered articles, daily thoughts, and affirmations that comfort and guide us along our spiritual journey. So what is togetherness? In the Daily Word today, it says, "While I treasure my times of quiet and solitude, I also look forward to enjoying the company of family, friends, and members of my faith community." Whether we're working, volunteering, praying, or simply enjoying one another's company, our shared experiences allow me to support people I care about and feel supported in return. I enjoy and value the togetherness throughout every season of my human journey, even this one. During times of trial, hardship, or grief, being in the company of friends and family helps comfort me and keep me strong. Likewise, during times of celebration, being in the company of others multiplies my joy. In times of togetherness, may the love, peace, comfort, and joy of God bless us all. So that is taken from the scripture Acts 2:44. All who believed were together and had all things in common.
This is my moment, new life begins. Surrender myself, let go what's been. For out of the chaos my essence does grow, and I am reborn, placed in the flow. Let there be light, let there be love, let there be peace for all. I open my eyes and I see, as if for the first time this life, the passion and joy I've never released, and I'll rise like an incessant tide, set me free. This is my moment, the new life begins. Surrender myself, let go what's been. For out of the chaos my essence does grow, and I am reborn and placed in the flow. Let there be light. All the angels say, let there be love. Wash all over me. Let there be peace for all. And I run with abandon out across the terrain, leaping and whirling in dance. Oh, the song that is me finds its rhythm, its time, and I sing it without hesitance. I am free. This is my moment, the new life begins. Surrender myself, let go what's been. For out of the chaos my essence does grow, and I am reborn, placed in the flow. Let there be light. All the angels say, let there be love. Wash all over me. Let there be peace for all. Janice says, I am reborn right now. Genesis, I am reborn right now. Genesis, I am reborn for the first time right now. Genesis, I am reborn right now.
Today, our guest speaker is Rev Donna Little, our Minister Emeritus here at Unity in the Olympics. She invites you to begin anew with a new spiritual name. She explains, no longer must we carry the negative names and labels that may be causing us to feel shame or pain, or making us feel less than. The White Stone Ceremony is a service in which each one has an opportunity to receive a new spiritual name as part of our healing process. This transformation ritual is based on Revelation 2:17 that says, "Let anyone who has ears listen to what the Spirit is saying in the churches. To everyone who conquers, I will give some of the hidden manna. I will give a white stone, and on the white stone is written a new name that no one knows except the one who receives it." So we begin again, starting a new chapter of living and learning in our life. Let us enter this new expression with enthusiasm and a new perspective on the map for our journey. Now, today, I have brought with me the many years of stones that I've been carrying around from each and every white stone ceremony that I have participated with since doing my very first white stone ceremony. And the interesting thing is, some of my words that come to me are words that may come to you. As I discovered today that Bill has had a stone in the past with nothing on it, and I have had a stone in the past with nothing on it. But my very first one that I talked to Donna afterwards, my very first stone on it said, 1. 1. So let me tell you, it starts a new dialogue. It starts a new dialogue with people. It starts a new dialogue with yourself. And it allows you to explore aspects of the greater expansiveness of the divine by focusing on that which you're given as a gift. And here with more of that, Donna is going to walk us through this wonderful tradition and ritual we do with Unity. Rev Donna Little.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tim, or whatever your name is today. Well, I too am very excited to be here doing the White Stone Ceremony. It is one of my very, very favorite services to do. And I always like to start this talk with a reminder. And that reminder is that we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. Our spiritual self is remembering, and our human self is learning to translate and transform energy into different uses and forms. We begin by aligning our energy and intentions with the divine, for the highest and best for all concerned. We use affirmations and denials to focus and tune our attention and our attitudes. As we grow in consciousness, we experience thinking both as a spiritual being and as a human being. Times in our growth feel like we think on two different levels. And I'll accept that as accounting for some confusion that I may have occasionally in my inner thinking, as I'm thinking on two different levels. You may be able to relate to that. The white stone ceremony is an experience for our spiritual growth and development. It is a way to shift our consciousness, to change our thinking and feeling and our beliefs. This visioning process attunes us and opens us to the unlimited possibilities of Source, to hear, to feel, to see, and to receive spiritual guidance for living with a new filter for our perception. The book of Revelation, interpreted metaphysically, provides practical instructions for our spiritual journey toward conscious union with God. We may call that enlightenment, self-realization, or even self-actualization. The story is told about the experience of Jesus on his journey to Christhood, the journey that we take when we follow his path, and how our life experience is as we approach our own Christhood. In chapters 2 and 3, Christ's mind is dictating an individual message to each of the 7 new churches in Asia. Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, in his book, The Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, tells us that Asia means within, signifying the inner, the spiritual aspect in individual consciousness. So these churches, these 7 churches, were in Asia. The message to each of the churches is unique by church, but they all have a similar format. So basically, there are 4 points. First, here are some areas where you are not living up to your Christ potential. Second, if you continue in this way, here are some things, some of the problems that you can expect to encounter. Third, so if you will receive it, here is some guidance to improve your intentions and your behavior. And fourth is, and if you do this, here is what I will give to you. In Revelation 2, verse 17, this is the message that the Christ mind has for the 3rd church at Pergamos. Tim read this for us earlier. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. To him that overcomes will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and I will give him a white stone, and in that stone a new name is written, which no man knows, saving he that receives it. White stones are talked about in other parts of the Bible too, not just here in Revelation at this point. And it's always in with the idea of it being a clarifying, a purity, an inner touch with the divine, that we use a white stone representing cleanliness and wholesome. So this verse we might interpret one of 2 ways, or another way, however it sounds to you. A first interpretation might be, by being attentive to inner guidance, you will receive manna all that you need, and I will give you inner joy, an awareness of your divine heritage, and which provides a sense of identity, the new name, different from any way you have known, or that you are known at this time. So this new name is bringing us a new way of being attentive to that which is around us, the messages that we receive from Spirit. A second way of interpreting this is, I have observed your expression of spiritual love, overcoming even the belief in separateness, expressed by holding fast to the connection with God and perceiving presence of God in other people. Now, this is a big one. This is not so much what I'm doing with myself, but how I'm interacting with other people. I have observed, this is the Christ mind would be speaking to us. I have observed you doing these things, expressing spiritual love and overcoming the belief in separateness. We are all one. And holding fast to the connection with God and perceiving God's presence in other people. This year, Unity is carrying an intention, a vision throughout all of the 12 months of the year. And that vision is perfect vision, seen through a spiritual lens. And July, this month, our affirmation is, I play in the zone, free and unrestricted. It is by working with our spiritual tools that we overcome habits and old thought patterns, and that we are able to stand firm in the truth, receiving that inner guidance. We release old labels and names for self, like afraid. I'm afraid. Like virus. Like stay at home. Or closed. Or limitation. Or not enough. These old labels keep us in place and do not allow us to experience the full magnitude of our divine inheritance, all of the goodness that God would have for us. And some of these terms, release is not easy. These are fears that are in our faces right now, right here today. So being mindful of the message that each of these terms, each of these names, labels, has for us, we must still release the limiting fears and attitudes. With this release, a sacred space develops within our being. And that space is available then to accept new energy, new intentions, and new guidance. And this is demonstrated by our new name from Spirit, a direction for our growth and experience, our vision for our present life and our life for the future. A new name, a new heart connection, a heart connection with the Christ within, a new perspective of oneness with habits and the allness, a new melting of the heart, a new softening of the attitude, everything made new by Spirit who restores us. Tim read to you or shared with you some names that he had received in the past, and some of my names have included love, light, health, peace, joy, surrender, and allowing. Times in our lives, we are not in alignment with the divine, and we fall away from our faith in truth principles. We no longer believe that good is here or that it is coming. And because that is our belief, it does not come. But we are told over and over again that we can think anew. We can renew our minds. And many of us have participated in the white stone ceremony before. And this is fun. This is play. This is play for me. Looking forward to connecting with the divine and co-creating intention for this time. A new name, a demonstration of Spirit's work in you and in me. Alignment with the Christ consciousness. So I invite you to prepare now. Prepare for the white stone ceremony. And if you don't have a white stone with you, write your new name on a piece of paper and then transfer it to a white stone when you find one. So now let us engage the mind. Let us align our thoughts with the thoughts of truth. And let us engage the heart and attune to the flow of life energy that is in us, that is through us, and that is all around us. Listen now. Listen for the voice of Spirit with our new name. Our affirmation for today is, I am open to see my oneness with God. Say that with me. I am open to see my oneness with God. Thank you. So join me now in a time of meditation. And this is what I call an active meditation, because we're not just sitting there and allowing our mind to have the experience. Our body and our heart, our mind, all parts of us are having this experience. So set aside all but your white stone and the pen, and find a comfortable position. Feel the seat support your body, and feel your feet on the floor. Gently now allow your eyes to close and relax. Relax. Breathe in deeply, and then blow that air out. We open our heart, we open our mind to the presence of Spirit. Today, we prepare to receive our new name. For each of us is moving forward in faith, and each of us is overcoming our adversity and our doubt. We free ourselves to be more fully conscious of the activity of Spirit in every aspect of our lives. We free ourselves to live more fully, releasing ourselves from bondage, the prison of limiting thoughts about ourselves, one another, and our world. Breathe again deeply, breathing in and out. We release. I willingly let go of any belief in lack or limitation. I release that which is holding me back from receiving my highest good. Just let it go. Let it go. And let us now listen for our new name. It may be an actual proper name that will have metaphysical meaning for us, or it may be the name of a quality, like confidence or joy. Even though you may have decided on your new name before this moment, notice now how easily Spirit's idea of your new name comes forth. This new name marks a new way of being spiritually. Feel the stone in your hand and hear it speak to you. Spirit has decreed a new name for you. And as you hear it, write it now on your stone. Listen now to the wind words of Spirit. Great Spirit, thank you. Thank you for my new name. Thank you for the clarity and guidance that I receive to implement all that I desire. This is my new name, my new perspective, my new way of seeing and experiencing my life in the world. I receive it. I accept this truth about myself. I see it. I decree it. I am on my path to gaining greater insight and awareness. Today, I mark my new beginning at a new level of consciousness. So it is, and so we let it be. Amen. And I encourage you to write today's date on your stone so that you will remember this stone in your collection and remember when it was and where you were and how this name has impacted you as you move into your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Donna. I'm going to come down there and give you a virtual hug. Wait, that wouldn't be virtual anymore. Come here.
And we have to be safe.
Yes, we have to be safe.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So you turn your head.
Okay.
Okay. Well, first, how do you want to be hugged? How do you want to be hugged?
I just want to be hugged.
Okay. We appreciate you. Thank you for being my leader and your model, and we sure.
Thank you.
All right, that felt so good, I don't know where I'm going from here. Join me in saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we have also forgiven our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Thank you in advance for sharing your tithes, gifts, and offering with us this week. Let us take a moment and hold the thought of your gift in mind and join me as we bless our gifts together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love. Please send your gift by mail or go to our website at www.unityintheolympics.org and click on the yellow donate button on the left-hand side of the screen. Right? On the right-hand side of the screen? All right. On the right-hand side of the screen, look for the yellow sign that says donate. Donations or tithes are accepted via credit card or PayPal. Using your imagination, join us in our closing circle. We gather here holding hands and standing close because we are safe in the powerful, sacred space of divine mind. Hold in mind the thought of a loved one, a friend, or even a stranger. See them in the presence, feel them, behold them as whole, perfect, and complete as we bring to life James Dillett Freeman's prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. The health of God flows through us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is truly well.
Peace that was meant to be.
thank you for joining us here today. We look forward to seeing you very, very, very soon. So until then, let's affirm, divine love prevails. Divine love prevails. Divine love prevails. So be it.